Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your interest in my presentation. I'm Xingyuan Liu, a professor from Changgung Institute of Technology in Taiwan. It's a great pleasure for me to presentation our research findings to you today. The subject of my presentation today is Teaching Self-Efficacy as a Mediator between Design Thinking Competency and Teaching Behavior in Taiwanese Interdisciplinary Nursing Faculty. I'd like to do my presentation according to the outline shown on this e-poster. Part 1, Introduction, Part 2, Research Method, Part 3, Research Result, Part 4, Conclusions. This presentation will take about 5 minutes. Perhaps we can leave any question you may have until the end of the presentation. I'll start with the background of this research. Recent studies highlight the need to integrate DT to transform student learning outcomes and also the need for nursing educators to upskill to effectively translate concepts of DT into teaching practices. Effective teaching behaviors, particularly those that foster creativity and innovation, are essential in equipping students with the skills needed for real-world problem-solving and independent learning. Teaching self-efficacy, characterized as a teacher's confidence in their ability to influence student outcomes, Gibson et al., 1984, Gordon et al., 2023, is a key factor in shaping teaching behaviors. However, the extent to which teaching behaviors are influenced by DT competency and the mediators of this association remains unclear in nursing education. The purpose of this study explores the relationships between design thinking competence, teaching behaviors, and self-efficacy for teaching among interdisciplinary faculty members in nursing education in Taiwan. Then, I'd to tell you how we did this research. As you can see, our study employed a cross-sectional descriptive design. Participants consisted of interdisciplinary faculty members were recruited through purposive sampling, selected from multiple disciplines involved the nursing education course in Northern Taiwan representing the Department of Nursing, Gerontological Care and Management, Nutrition and Health, Education, and Industrial Design among 5 universities. Data were collected from 3 self-report questions regarding design thinking competence, DTC, creative teaching behaviors, CTB, and self-efficacy for creative teaching, SECTs. Data were analyzed using Pearson's correlation coefficient and SPSS and the process macro. Following, let's turn to the results of our study. The main results can be summarized briefly the tables and figure on this e-poster. The findings shows that the design thinking competency is the most frequently by the participants, followed by creative teaching behaviors. Generally speaking, the participants perceived their DT competency, behavior, and self-efficacy to be high. Table 1 presents the second major finding was that educators with strong DT competency are more likely to engage in creative teaching behaviors that foster student learning and innovation. Faculty members with high DT competency were particularly adept at facilitating autonomous learning and creative thinking among students, which are key components of fostering innovation in educational settings. Figure 1 reports another important findings of this study is that the self-awareness of disadvantage in self-efficacy for teaching meditated between DT competency and teaching behavior, particularly the characteristics motivation component. The mediation effects of self-appraisal and belief in an individual's resistance to stress were weaker, indicating that while self-efficacy for teaching plays a role in creative teaching behaviors, it is the specific component of self-awareness of disadvantage that appears to have the strongest mediating effect. Interestingly, in this group of participants, self-awareness of disadvantage scored the lowest among the SECTs element for both nursing and non-nursing faculties. Finally, I'd like to draw the following conclusions and discussions. In sum, our study indicates that faculty members with higher design thinking competence are more likely to engage in creative teaching behaviors, with self-efficacy on the self-awareness of disadvantage playing a significant mediating role. Our results have important implications for nursing education in Taiwan and potentially in other interdisciplinary educational settings. Faculty members with perceived strong DT competencies and creative teaching behaviors are better equipped to foster the development of critical thinking, problem solving, and innovation skills in nursing students. These skills are essential for preparing students to meet the complex demands of modern healthcare environments. So, that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your time.